In the following video, Giant Grant Games takes a deep dive into our 3 main gameplay modes. Campaign, Co-op and Versus. Okay.
Welcome to Zerospace. This is a project that a small team, including myself, has been working on for a few years now, and we're excited to finally show it off. Everything you see here is still in pre-alpha, but I wanted to showcase some of the units and systems in Zerospace in a slower, more relaxed environment. You may have noticed that a lot of other RTS content creators are...
Also erstmal sieht es Hammer aus. Guck mal, wie klar das aussieht, aber auch wie schick.
And I felt it would be helpful if we had a space where we could go through things a little bit more slowly and explain the units in detail instead of in the action of a real game. There are a lot of things I'm intentionally going to be leaving out here. The goal is that this can serve as a basic introduction to the units so that you can more easily follow other creators' videos, which I will be linking below. To start things off, the Protectorate player is sending out some of his basic infantry units, the Commando, to patrol around the map, when suddenly he runs across a group of 4 Grell Harbingers. The Harbinger is a bulky Tier 1 frontliner with a powerful eruption ability that does big damage in an area.
Wow. Ey, alleine das, wie geil war denn diese Interaktion direkt? Wie geil war das denn alles? Alter. Geht da direkt, kommt, wie geil ist das denn? Einfach so, einfach diese Interaktion. The Harbinger is a bulky Tier 1 frontliner with a powerful eruption ability that does big damage in an area. Geil das alles aussieht und wie flüssig das aussieht.
Can avoid the eruptions with their jetpacks, retreating back to safety. To defend these commandos, the Protectorate has brought in some Avengers. These tanks are very durable, and while the Harbinger's eruption ability is powerful, the cooldown is long, and they don't deal very much damage with their attacks. This lets the high damage commandos snipe the Harbingers from behind and take them down.
Das hat so Command & Conquer, aber auch gleichzeitig StarCraft-Vibes.
2 different turrets that can be uniquely upgraded with.
Guck mal, wie krass die Detailtiefe ist. Wie geil, wie hoch ist denn die Auflösung von den Texturen auf den Armen und so weiter. Das ist ja insane.
That are placed upon the top of its chassis. The first turret is a rapid-firing cannon, allowing the Avenger to become a well-rounded core combat unit. Alternatively, they can be upgraded to have a speaker that provides an armor bonus to nearby infantry.
Ich weiß nicht wieso, aber ich muss ein bisschen aufpassen, ne? Aber das sieht sehr gut aus. Also ich habe gerade so richtig so ein flatteriges Gefühl in der Magengegend. So wisst ihr, wenn man anfängt, sich zu verlieben, da muss man ein bisschen aufpassen.
Them to have tactical flexibility and work with other unit types. Which is important because the Avenger is not invincible. The Grell have sent in their Lashers. These are a long-range, high-damage backliner. They don't have a lot of hit points.
Auch wie gut diese Vorstellung ist einfach. Was ist denn mit denen? Was ist denn mit denen?
They do have the ability to cloak. In Zerospace, the way to detect a cloaked unit is to be nearby it. This means the cloaking ability allows these Lashers to get up the ramp safely, however, it doesn't allow them to fight uncontested. After working through the tanks, the Lashers can fight the soft commando core, taking them down with ease. At this point, the Protectorate player has lost a lot of supply.
Wie geil das
ist. He would be behind.
Wie geil die Units verschwinden und die Tanks noch da bleiben.
However, in Zerospace, there is an incredibly powerful mechanic that can be used to come back, the top bar. You gain charge to your top bar whenever you lose units. It is never a win more scenario. Every faction has a host of different top bar abilities. The main one for the Protectorate is call in reinforcements. For 25 energy, this allows the Protectorate player to call in preset unit selections. There are many to choose from, but in this circumstance, the Protectorate player is going to bring in the Bastion. These are small, tough walkers with a shotgun attack that deals damage in a cone, making them fantastic against small, squishy Lashers. The Lasher does bonus damage against heavy armored targets, however, the Bastion is medium armor, meaning that it's taking no extra damage from the Grell. The Lashers are quickly beaten and have to retreat. As they run, you can see how proximity affects cloak. If these Bastions had their speed upgrade, they'd be able to stay on top of the Lashers,
Das sind ja Assi-Units.
But while Bastions are strong against clusters of smaller units, they don't stand a chance against the big guns. These Reavers have a powerful charge ability. After a wind-up, they can quickly engage enemies, even trampling over and stunning them. Their tough hides don't care about the shotgun damage from the Bastion. and their area of effect claws melt through them quickly. But nothing is indestructible. As these Reavers move towards the Protectorate, they encounter some disruptors. These laser tanks can fire while moving, gradually building up a charge that does immense damage when it maxes out. But these Reavers have a trick up their sleeves. When
Wie geil das aussieht!
A group of stingers spawn from their corpse. These are
Das kann niemals laufen, das Spiel.
with a
Das sieht so
damage
gut
over
aus.
time component. Every time that a disruptor changes target, it loses its charge, meaning that it's very bad against these small targets, allowing the Reaver to escape. The disruptor also relies on its movement to stay safe. As they go up this ramp, a pair of Weavers nail them with the ensnare ability, covering them in webs, making them unable to move. When grouped up with the previous Lashers and Reaver, they're able to take these expensive disruptors down without issue. The Weaver also has an automatically casted heal ability, allowing it to patch up its forces over time. It's a powerful support spellcaster, and its web even brings air units from the skies to the ground. The Grell now has a powerful front line with a lot of damage in the back and some utility spellcasters. Feeling confident, they start moving towards a defended Protectorate position, which leads them to the Protectorate's iconic siege unit, the Striker. Instead of dealing massive bursts of damage, the Striker fires prolonged volleys of missiles at the target. The Striker's sustained damage output is incredible, but it has a minimum range. This Reaver is easily able to take the hits and get on top of them, while the other forces don't move forward enough and are taken out. Fortunately, the Protectorate does have some engineers nearby. These builder units don't have a powerful weapon, but they can take the final couple hit points off of this Reaver, saving the Strikers and allowing them to siege another day. But the Protectorate is not the only one that has siege units and not the only one that has a top bar. This is the Thresher, and it is now being enhanced by the powerful Grell top bar ability in...
Wie weit ist denn dieses Spiel schon? Willst du mich verkackeiern? Das ist doch nicht echt. Das kann doch nicht echt sein. Das ist doch nicht echt. Meint ihr, das ist echt?
Fuse. A unit that is infused goes into a cocoon for a few seconds, and when it pops out, it has twice the hit points and attack speed. This powerful statistic boost allows the Grell siege unit to move right on top of this ridge, set up, and start shelling the Strikers. It's far too durable for them to deal with. Thresher volleys deal an immense amount of damage, but they can be dodged by nimble units. These Strikers set up in siege mode don't have that ability though. They instead have to retreat. As the Protectorate Strikers make it back home, that is the end of things that I have to showcase for you here. Well, except the giant battle. Of course we're going to do a giant battle. But what you saw today is less than a quarter of all the units that are currently in Zerospace, and about 1/8 of what is planned for full release. It would be...
Also wir haben jetzt ein Viertel von den Units gesehen, die es jetzt schon gibt. Also die jetzt schon da sind und playable sind. What?
Too much for this introductory video to go through every single option that is available to the player. We didn't even talk about heroes, or mercenaries, or ultimate abilities on the top bar. We only managed to go over 2 of the main factions out of 4, and we didn't even get to show off all of their units. I couldn't show mutually exclusive unit upgrades, the faction talent system, or even how the economy works. Our vision for Zerospace is a remarkably deep RTS with huge levels of customization.
Das sind Naturzergs.
The number of combinations of units, strategies, top bar abilities, and heroes that you can have is unmatched by anything else in the genre. If you're interested in seeing more, please check the description box below. We showed this game to some of our YouTuber friends, and I want you to get an unbiased opinion. And then, if you still like what you see, jump over to the Kickstarter, check things out, and if you truly want to support the project, donate a few bucks.
Was ist denn jetzt los?
It's made by people who understand real-time strategy and want to make something amazing in the genre. So thank you for watching, thank you for considering our project, and I hope that you enjoyed this video. Peace.
What? Das sieht schon so krass aus. Jetzt. WTF. Ich bin gerade einfach, ich weiß gar nicht, was ich sagen soll. Pick casting a game between me and Scarlet?
Alright. What's up, everybody? We have got a very special preview here. I am going to be casting a brand new RTS called Zerospace. I'm not going to have enough time to explain everything going on because we're right into the action. In the top left.
Wie gut ist denn auch diese Kampagne für Aufmerksamkeit? Was ist denn? Die machen ja alles richtig. Wie kann man denn heutzutage noch alles richtig machen? Ich raff's nicht.
We've got Scarlet. That's right, one of the most famous StarCraft 2 Zerg players here playing Grell, the biological kind of bug/plant style race, and she's immediately got her hero spawning and moving across the map. Down at the bottom left, or bottom right, I should say, heading left onto the map with the Dread hero, the mercenary hero, being picked here by Giant Grant Games, another famous RTS YouTuber who's been working on this game for a while. So he's going to be playing Protectorate, the human faction, the normie faction, one could say, and he's already heading to the middle to clear these creeps on this middle watchtower. He he baits him into a big clump, and you can see he used a big splash damage ability there to get a lot of damage. It also said disrupted, so you're going to come down here. Same thing happens there. Disrupted units can't actually attack, I believe, or use abilities, but they can still move around, and you can see here also similarly creeping. Now, this game's really awesome, guys. It has got a lot of potential, I really feel. Did he just recall? Oh, he used his deep burrow ability to teleport from their home to try and get to the top right quicker. Katz is so creative. Oh, sorry, so this is Sasha, isn't it? I was casting Katz just before in this same matchup, so I started to think this was Katz. Now, obviously, this is Sasha. So she's already figured some details out. Oh, she's going to creep jack him. Okay, she's going to jump on top. Now, each one of these little guys is worth 10 Hexite, your main resource, and you get experience for it as well, I believe. But Grant just runs away and backs out. Okay, so check it out. We've got expansions here. You get 4 Hexite nodes on each one of those. And then there's also these flux kind of patches.
Your base can build extractors one at a time. Each one will automatically harvest Hexite. Das ist die Ressource. From that patch for the rest of the game.
These purple patches around the map. Periodically, also, you see where these circles are.
To mine flux, though, you need to make these harvesters. They're quite expensive and slow to build.
You're going to have rich flux drops on the map as well. Now, both sides are actually skirmishing on the right. Oh, Grant went back for more. He ambushed her. She has captured the watchtower, which gives vision and a passive XP gain over time. Grant's trying to win this battle, but she's got a seedling. If she consumes the seedling, she heals back up and she baits him in. She waited to do it at the last second. She brought one of her builders over. Those things spawn automatically for free from your bases. She dragged one out of the map. They're very slow off biomass, which is this sort of creep spread like grass.
Wie geil ist das denn? Du hast direkt Early Game mit Heroes, direkt vom Start. Und hast direkt dort Micro-Battles, während du deine Basen aufbaust, oder was?
But she brought it across, baited him in by making him think he was going to win the fight. And then as he got too deep, she consumed at the last second, which of course heals her up massively. Also gives her a huge attack speed bonus, 50% attack speed for 10 seconds, 80% max heal. It's got a long 1-minute cooldown. But it also reduces her cooldowns as well, the Grell hero, back down to 10 seconds. So you can drop Deadly Vines, which you can normally only cast every 18 seconds. If you immediately consume something, bam, 8 seconds later, you get to cast it again. Or 10 seconds, I should say. Now, very early Harvester here for Grant. He wants to go Harvester.
Und jetzt auf einmal fährt er los wie ein Command-and-Conquer Harvester und will hier Tiberium holen oder was? Was ist denn das für ein Spiel? Das hat ja irgendwie von allem was, oder?
To be able to tech up. I think here against Sasha, against Scarlet, I believe what he's going to do is try and get up to factory tier 2 units pretty quickly. But unfortunately for him, after losing his hero, he's basically completely ceded map control. Yeah. Scarlet has all 3 watchtowers, which means she gets these little vision circles on the map and passive XP gain. Behind it, she's got basically a supply depot. That's what a nourishing pod is. And she's also got her first incubator now up. So she's gone very quick 3 bases. Both sides playing greedy openings here.
Sind die auf der Gamescom?
Yeah. And it looks like she's found his harvester. But he does come down, defends the harvester, and is managing to secure this mining on the rich flux field, which is fantastic. You can already see his flux in the top left is starting to go up, whereas Scarlet's on the other side has not started. Is she building one yet? Yeah, you can see she's queued up 2 harvesters. And you can usually, it used to be you could only build those when you got to tier 2. But in the latest patch of this game, or the latest testing version, I guess I should say, since this is still early days, I think you can build them from the very start. But they cost 200 Hexite each, I believe. Maybe a little less than that now. The numbers have been tweaked a bit, but it costs a lot. Suffice to say, it costs you a lot. You guys probably don't have any real idea of, you know, how much that is anyway. But,
oh nein.
He was so greedy. Scarlet tries to snipe the research lab that was going down, and she gets punished for it. Now, notice there's little Dread heroes here. Those are Dread Raiders.
Respawn Heroes einfach, oder wie
all
funktioniert das?
mercenary units. That's all Grant's using for now. He's basically saying, I'm just going to use my hero and mercenaries that I call in, and I'm going to go straight on up to 3 barracks off 3 bases. He's already getting upgrades there. I believe that... Oh, I'm not too familiar with the latest version of the upgrades, but I think he's going to be upgrading his bastions. Scarlet is going for stingers right now. These are her first 2 stingers, as well as a Dread... Dread Rover. I didn't realize you could infuse your Dread Rover. So you might be wondering, why is one of the cars double sized? Basically, both sides get a top bar energy. It's got a different name for each race, so I'm just going to call it top bar energy to keep it simple. Oh, Grant runs in, kills one of our harvesters.
Wie geil sind denn diese Autos?
Scarlet very quick to spread it. Yep, she spreads it over. It does take a fair bit of damage and gets stunned for a few seconds, but it doesn't AoE, so that's why she split it apart.
Das sind die Mercenaries
She's
wahrscheinlich,
hunting
ne?
down. Oh my gosh. The Rover with its ability to move and shoot is insane. So let me finish explaining. Basically, you get a top-down part.
Mad Max Autos, ja.
From that top bar. Every time you lose units, you kill units, anything
Das müssen
like
Mercenaries
that.
sein.
For Grell, you can use that to infuse your units. As long as they're in your territory, you can basically spend some of that and it morphs the unit, kind of like morphing like a, you know, Zergling to a Baneling in StarCraft, something like that. Takes a few seconds and then it becomes double the strength.
Der Harvester.
Just all across the board. Technically, it's like, I think it's mostly attack speed and hit points that get buffed. But just think of it as doubling the strength of the unit. It also gets bigger as well. And you can use that even on vehicles and like mercenary things. So that's actually kind of crazy. I've never seen double-sized rovers before. This seems like a really unique strat that Scarlet's bringing out. Meanwhile, Grant's got a couple of commandos, very basic unit, and a few of these bigger guys. Those are bastions. He also uses his top bar power to call those 4 guys in. Also something you can only do in your territory. You can't do that on the other side of the map. Otherwise, you've got to just build them one at a time.
It's mercenaries gegen mercenaries.
Buildings. Now, she's trying to kite him. Oh,
Die Autos sind viel besser.
great deadly vines there. Slowing down those units and picking a few off. Now, he's trying to get a 4th, is Grant, but he misses his stun and he misses his sticky bomb. That is a big problem for Grant. He's trying to chase her down to punish her. But those rovers have decent damage, and they are so irritating to deal with right now. Another deadly vines goes down, but he is starting to actually take down at least one of the rovers. Notice she also consumed herself. You see the green little graphic? That's an healing happening.
Ich will das spielen. Ich will das
You don't have to
spielen.
consume other
Jetzt.
units. I think it's maybe a bit overpowered. You can consume yourself, and basically it gives a movement boost, 15% for 5 seconds to nearby units, and it heals units anywhere near your hero for the next 30 seconds. So that's actually a huge ability. It only just wore off then. And
Jetzt.
guess what? 60-second cooldown, so you can do it again 30 seconds later. So you can basically have a healing aura 50% of the time if you want to use that. Meanwhile, we've got units going forwards in the middle. Grant is very scary at this game. Both of these players always kick my butt whenever I play them, by the way. I've played it a fair bit, but I actually was starting to get triggered every time I had to play these two because they are just too good at this game. I was like, skill-based RTS are very fun when you play against people who are similarly skilled. And when someone just gets
Oder
way
Alpha,
too
whatever.
smart and good for you, like these two, I was like, I am
Ich werde aber auch
playing.
auf jeden Fall, ich werde auf den Discord und werde versuchen, ob ich irgendwie früher was zeigen darf oder so. Das ist ja der Hammer, das Game. Guck mal, wie weit das schon ist. Das ist halt die Ankündigung. Direkt halt richtig.
Against you guys, you're too strong. I can just never win unless I find a bug to abuse or something like that. But anyway.
Die zeigen direkt komplette, also vergleicht das mal mit Stormgate, wo wir irgendwie so ein 5 Minuten Multiplayer-Match bekommen haben, zusammengeschnitten und wie die Features dort waren und wie die Features hier sind und wie krass das aussieht, wie weit das schon ist. Alter. Das erwischt mich gerade komplett kalt. Also aus dem Nichts für mich. Ich wusste nicht, dass dieses Spiel existiert.
More of these, you can see that's the rich flux drop coming down there. And another one on the top as well just landed. So those are going to be juicy if anyone can secure them. Right now, it does seem like Grant's resecured the top and bottom watchtower, but Scarlet's coming in. She's going to dive on that harvester, and my lord, it goes down so fast. Dude, these rovers are cracked. They're doing so much damage. I mean, they're not the cheapest unit, but that's kind of crazy. I think they used to do more damage the closer they were to the target. I'm not sure if they're still like that, but she's no doubt causing a lot of damage with this. And what I'm scared about is what is she doing behind it? She's got 2 medium incubators up, which are her tier 2 building structure. She never really invested in too many basic units. So she's kind of bypassed. A lot of players end up building a lot of stingers, the basic Grell unit, and they get countered by the bastions really hard. She's managed to skip that entirely. If she can get a bunch of... She's building lashes and harbingers right now. She's kind of like, I guess, more of like a Roach Hydra composition, if you're similar with StarCraft 2. That's going to allow her to be good. But if Grant pushes right now,
Ich will die Pflanzenhaines
army
aufspielen.
than Scarlet right now. She's got 2 lashes and 2 harbs out. But she's got that defender's advantage. Also, remember, on the biomass, it gives you reduced vision for the enemy units. So basically, it's almost like giving proximity stealth to friendly units. So attacking onto the biomass is actually very scary, just because information-wise, you need to keep sending units forward to check, is there a big army coming? Otherwise, Scarlet's going to be able to jump on top. Grant dives a base. He throws a sticky bomb down. Oh, he lands it right on top. Sorry, bad observing for me. Lands it right on a lasher in the middle. She does split it off, but it's still... You can see the AoE on that is massive. Grant needs to recall. No, he's going to dive. He dives. He disrupts a few of those units, jumps forward, blasts a bunch of them. Watch out for the eruption, though. Scarlet drops a few eruptions there. That's her Harbinger's ability. These chunky boys here. You can see the one at the front. The lashes are more like a Hydralis. They're just like a straight-up damage unit. They also can give themselves a little Windwalk type ability, gives them a movement speed and a proximity cloak as well for a few seconds. Anyways, army's moving to the left. He's going to go in and try and take that base out. We've got these units coming south right now. Oh, he's going for a flank. Grant's going to try and sandwich her army. She keeps running away, so he comes in with a giant flank from the right. Scarlet gets caught out. She's trying to use Eruption to punish him. Oh, she's landing some big eruptions on his army, but she's losing a lot of valuable units. And this just mass Bastion commando push may have just barely found the timing he needs to. If Scarlet can hang on for like another minute, she'll be good. You can see she's morphed in more rovers from the mercenary center over there. He's trying to pull back to the left, away from those deadly vines, and on top of those, the rovers are doing pretty good, causing a lot of problems. Grant's trying to focus down the production, but he doesn't want to get too gumped up, choked up in this production area. She's got 3 infused rovers on the right, 2 rovers on the left. She's trying to pull back on both sides, but if he stays on top of her production, she's dead. And he realizes it. He realizes, look, she's just going to keep trying to bait me to the sides and kite me left and right. But if I just kind of stay on the production, I'll be good. He does get baited to the right side.
Boah, war aber schlecht zu chasen hier. Oh nein!
Deadly vines for Scarlet. Oh, her rover just got stuck on the ramp a little bit there. I'm not sure if that's got hit because it got hit by an ability or for another reason. Grant's going to throw out another sticky bomb and he lands it on her hero. Oh, that's really bad for Scarlet. Sasha, she does quickly teleport her hero home. She is microing like a beast. She's on like 6 bases. I think she's expanded way too fast. I do think she's been very greedy this game, and Grant is getting a crazy amount of damage, but she's been able to group up her units. Notice her hero rejoined the force. Now, it did save itself by recalling, got stunned back in the main base where it couldn't be killed while it was stunned, and then ran back to the front to join in. Now, trying to continue, you can see this is where you infuse the units, use that top bar power that no doubt she's swimming in right now. She's been both killing and losing a lot of units, but he is as well, and he'll be calling in units himself. So you can actually just call in brand new units at home to drop from like a skylift from a transport. So he's no doubt just dropping mass Bastion Commando. I do wonder, is he going to transition though? I mean, he's got a factory. Does he have any factory units? It seems like it's just a massive squad of Bastion Commando on the left, a massive squad on the right. He's going to find another one of her bases and shut it down. Scarlet is in the middle. She captures the tower, but look at that. He's going to dive the left and the right at the same time. A classic 1-2 pronged attack. He says mobility is my friend. She kind of needs to kite me with this composition, but if I attack in 2 places at once, she can't do that. Unfortunately, he's not attacking the top right now. She's actually anticipating. She did split her army here, but look at that. He takes out a base and he just recalls. He's going to lose a couple of units. The eruptions did land on at least some of those, but I think he dodged the last eruption as he got out. And you'll notice here there's healing bots on these buildings. All the buildings do slowly heal up friendly
Das ist ja geil. Healing Bots zu Hause.
But it's kind of like a Moonwell type mechanic where when you're near your buildings, your units do get healed up as Protectorate. And I think Grell have the same thing from their nourishing pods.
Where is the spread?
Oh, Protectorate Harvester gets sniped. Uh-oh. But wait, he's bringing in a flank again. Grant's setting up his flank. The south side's a little far away. He's got to go north with those units or he's in trouble. There we go. Looks like he missed his sticky bomb. Doesn't matter. Oh, she's using a Nidus type thing. I don't know what this thing's called, but this is a big ability where she just grabs the units into a flower, pushes all the Protectorate away, and brings them back home to safety.
Wisst ihr, was mich am meisten flasht? Wie gut die Units sich bewegen. es sieht halt so aus, also es sieht halt sehr gut schon steuerbar aus. Ich habe kein besseres Wort. Also es erinnert halt sehr an die Technik von StarCraft 2. Stutter Step Micro, einzelne Units wegsplitten. Das sieht sehr flüssig und sehr, sehr responsive aus. Ne? Was zum Beispiel Age of Empires 4 nicht gut gemacht hat. Weil da ist alles so ein bisschen wonky, so ein bisschen alles so träge und manchmal gehen Klicks verloren und sowas. Aber hier siehst du halt, dass beide sehr flüssig micron, wie es in StarCraft 2 halt ist. Und das ist halt krass, weil ich habe noch kein anderes Spiel gesehen, wo es halt so flüssig, so responsive aussieht als StarCraft 2. Ne? Das ist das, was ich gerade so sehe auch.
Well done by Scarlet. She just saved a lot of her army. I don't know if you choose where that exits. I've never used that ability, but really well done to run away. It took a few seconds, so you see she had to place it.
Wisst ihr, was ich meine?
And then run to where it was.
Also einfach
Anyways,
das bei dem
big fight
Micro
going on right now. Okay, she's running back. I mean, she's getting a pretty big army up. Checking the supply. I haven't really been looking at the supply. She's on 91. He's on 170. Oh, he might just be overwhelming. I think he's just done too much damage. Look at his numbers. He realized if he just jumps on top, there's nothing she can do. It's only these abilities that are keeping alive. She does get a deadly vines, but now everything is disappearing and the numbers are just too high. She's like massive eruptions on his army to punish him. Massive. Oh, she tries to drop a tree of life here, but it's too late. Oh, wait, that resurrects units. It actually just resurrected units. He's going to have to focus the tree of life down, I think, but no, she's tapping out. She says GG, and that's it. Grant, too good with this mass tier 1 strategy. Only now at the very end was he starting to bring in some siege tanks and some higher units. The Protectorate Swarm looking like a good strategy. GG, well
Das
played.
ist ja geil. Gibt noch ein zweites Spiel. Das ist ja geil. Wow. Also jetzt, was? The Team. So, jetzt wird's interessant für mich. We've teamed up with another accomplished studio to bring you the best game possible. With top-tier expertise leading versus campaign and co-op modes, our combined team comprises over 35 seasoned developers deeply passionate about both the RPG and RTS genres. 35 ist ein kleines Team. Ja, das ist noch relativ klein. Aber mit 35 richtig guten Entwicklern kannst du richtig viel schaffen. Ja, also wenn du wirklich gute Leute hast, dann ist es manchmal sogar gut, erstmal ein kleines Team zu haben. Our teams come with a proven track record in the gaming industry. Members from Starland Studios contributed to the creation of Guardian Kingdoms. Kenne ich nicht. A head-to-head mobile RTS. Ironwood successfully developed the renowned Red Solstice franchise, kenne ich auch nicht, which has been well received on Steam. Kenne ich beides nicht. Ah ja, guck mal. Aha, hab noch nie gehört. Das andere ist ein Mobile Game, Guardian Kingdoms. Das sieht so aus. Ja, okay, also Scarlet ist tatsächlich Lead Balance Designer. Das ist ja geil. Was ein cooler Job. Und Pick ist einer der besten StarCraft 2 Content Creator. Der ist als Design Consultant und Tester mit dabei. Okay. Your name in the game as an NPC Character. Wenn ich viel Geld hätte, ist bei 10.000. Auch ein NPC Character. Design your very own hero with a designer team. Das heißt, ich darf bezahlen und noch arbeiten for free. So, hier haben wir eine Timeline. Start of Early Alpha, Dezember diesen Jahres. Alpha, März nächsten Jahres. Dezember nächsten Jahres, Closed Beta. Launch 2025, 1. Mai. Okay. Ja, also das ist, ich war noch nicht viel auf Kickstarter, ne? Das ist die erste Kampagne, die ich mir wirklich angeguckt habe und wo ich sehr positiv überrascht bin von allem. Also vor allen Dingen, weil man halt schon so viel sieht. Ne? Man sieht einfach, in welchem Zustand das Spiel ist, Es ist nicht so hinter einem Vorhang alles. Einfach so roh, ey, hier, das ist das Spiel, so sieht's aus. Direkt richtige Multiplayer-Partien, das haben wir vor. Sehr ambitioniert, wissen wir, aber wir versuchen es. Mich macht nur ein bisschen stutzig, dass sie so wenig Geld verlangen. Weil das ist ein Team von 35 Leuten. Und die wollten ursprünglich minimal 91.000. Die verdienen alle sehr wenig in der Firma. Sehr wenig. Wahrscheinlich so wenig, dass die gerade so sich über Wasser halten können. Aber viele von denen sind halt schon Veteranen. Das heißt, die haben ein großes Polster. Die haben sich dann wahrscheinlich ein Polster privat angearbeitet von mehreren 100.000. Vielleicht ist auch der eine oder andere Millionär dabei, keine Ahnung, wie viel die verdient haben mit ihren ersten Games. Ne, der Leader ist 21 Jahre in der Industrie. Da kannst du schon ein Polster haben, ne? Aber die arbeiten komplett ohne Investoren und Publisher. Das heißt aus eigener Tasche plus Kickstarter. So oder so ist das krass. Sehr positiv. Ich werde da auf jeden Fall auch ein paar 100 oder 200 oder so Euro reintun mindestens. Weil das sieht, also zu allem anderen, was ich jetzt gesehen habe in den letzten Jahren, sieht das wirklich richtig gut aus. Stark. Krass.